J. Cole. Let's hear what J. Cole. This is J. Cole in response.
Son,
this is J. Cole at Dreamville Fest.
This tweet is.
This is my 911.
This is my 9/11.
Oh, this is my 9/11.
Yo, come on, Sean.
I don't know.
Come on.
I didn't see the slash. What's your thought, Schultz?
Okay. I thought, okay, there's this conversation like who's the best in the game? Is it Kendrick, Drake, or J. Cole?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like I'll listen to J. Cole do features on songs and I'll be like, holy shit, this guy the best rapper alive. He's so fucking talented. He's amazing. He's also seems like incredibly likable dude. Like he seems like kind, good-hearted, like has people's good intentions on his mind. So there's all this positivity around him. I don't really think he has any enemies. Most people like working for him. He likes to uplift people. But I've never thought that he was really in the conversation with Drake or Kendrick. And furthermore, I don't think he really wanted to be number one. Like the analogy I made of Flagrant was like, it was like Snapple. Like Snapple likes being number 3. It made a whole marketing campaign about being number 3 because you could take chances with number 3. Like also within his fans, he's number 1 and that's all he cares about. And I think that he's actually in a position that is way more emotionally satisfying. Trying to be number 1 is trying to convince people that don't even like you to acknowledge you're the best.
I don't think anybody even tries to be number 1. I think you compete. I think you compete. You put out your best material, and people crown you that. Now, I think once you get that, you want to stay there, but I don't think you initially start like, I want to be number 1.
Fair. Maybe not initially start, right? But like, I don't know Drake personally. My assumption is Drake knows he's number 1 and he likes being number 1. And at some point in his life, he's like, I want to be the undeniable greatest rapper alive. And then he went in and achieved that.
Jay too. I feel like Jay at some point
absolutely
said that. That's why he put out an album every year.
100%.
He stayed in the mix.
Relevant.
I'm talking about
Cooking.
for a decade or better. Same
Without
thing with Drake.
So I think what happens is J. Cole was truthful. Like he misstepped. He did something to try to achieve a thing that he actually doesn't really want, and putting himself in that line of fire for a thing he doesn't really want was emotionally unsettling. Again, this is pure assumption. I don't fucking know the guy at all, but he realized, oh, this is not the life I want to live, where I'm worried about a diss track coming out. I'm worried about what the internet says. I'm worried about all this public scrutiny. I like being Snapple. I like chilling in the cut where everybody loves me. Everybody thinks I'm great. Everybody thinks I'm underrated, and they just keep on saying how amazing I am. I make tons of money. My fans think I'm number 1, so that's all awesome. The only thing that comes with this new achievement, if you will, is stress. I have everything I need. Without that, fuck it, I'm pulling out. I shouldn't have done it. It's not something I even want in the first place. I'll let those two guys who clearly want to fight for it, battle it out, but that's not up to me. What do you think?
I agree with everything that you just said. I watched it live because, Nyla and, Wayno and Speedy and Amber Grimes, they were doing broadcasting throughout it. And so I was just sitting at home and Nyla was like, yo, you watching the live broadcast? I turned it on. And when I turned it on, Cole was performing. It was like right before he brought out Earth Gang. So I saw the whole thing live. And as I was sitting there, it's two trains of thought, right? The hip hop fan in you is like, yeah. But then I'm like, nah, what's wrong with what he did? Like, because I'm listening to the words that came out of his mouth. He said, it bothered my spirit.
Yeah.
He said, it made me realize how good I've been sleeping over the last decade. And here's the thing. You know why it bothered J. Cole's spirit? Because he lied.
Talk to me.
Because he got on a record and said some things that he knows is not true. Said some things that he don't believe just to appease the motherfucking internet. Just to appease his boys.
Not to appease himself.
Not to appease himself.
To appease the bloodlust of the internet.
That's right.
People that don't even care about him. His fans care about him.
Bro, it was ridiculous from the jump. First of all, he goes, Kendrick Lamar fell off like The Simpsons. Wow. A show that's worth like $40 billion. I'm not exaggerating.
Right.
It's literally worth like $40 billion and it's been on for 35 years. Please let me fall off like that. Like that's number one. Then number two, the one thing you cannot make fun of in regards to Kendrick is his catalog. He's the guy that takes 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to perfect, to create a body of work that people will enjoy, and you may not get it in that moment, but eventually you will appreciate that timeless work of art. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic album to me. To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. That's a classic to me. I think that album ushered in, blackness in music again, like just in overall. Fucking We Gonna Be All Right was the soundtrack for all the black movements from the time it dropped. Damn. I don't think Damn is a classic, but I think it's a really great album. J. Cole said that was the peak of Kendrick's shit. So that means he thinks it was that. He said the last album was tragic. I totally disagree. I love Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I've said numerous times in the future they're going to look at that album and Jay-Z 444 as the two most important hip-hop albums of all time because it showed real growth. It showed real evolution of men. So I know Cole, for the type of artist he is, the type of person he seems to be, you're lying to the people. You literally put out a bunch of narratives about Kendrick, downplayed his greatness as an artist just to appease these goddamn unhealed heathens on social media. I know that didn't sit well with you.
And they'll never be appeased.
Never.
They'll never be happy. Because they don't care about you. Those aren't your fans. Your fans are the 50,000 people that came to Dreamville.
That's right.
Those are your fans. And those people, they would be totally fine if you're like, honestly, Kendrick is nice. I really like him too. Which is his genuine energy.
That's right.
I guarantee he probably looks at Kendrick and he goes, man, this guy's so fucking talented.
Bro, they talked about doing collaboration albums together. He's always bigged up Kendrick. That's how I know you lying. You don't. When I heard the record last week, I said, he don't even believe what he's saying.
Boom.
He's only saying that shit for the internet.
And you will always go wrong when you try to appease the internet.
You'll go wrong when you try to appease anybody except for yourself. That's why when he said, it doesn't sit well with my spirit.
Respect.
I don't got nothing else to say.
Respect,
Who am I to tell him, yo, he's wrong. I want to see you battle this and that. No, you want to see him get his head knocked off. What do they tell you when you get in the boxing ring? If your heart ain't in it, get the fuck out of there before you get your fucking head knocked off.
Or more importantly, it's like, what do people really want to see when you're watching a NASCAR race? What do you really want to see when you're watching Formula One?
That's right.
You want to see the crash.
You want to see the crash.
A lot of people, they're not tuning in just for you to go around in circles.
That's right.
They want to see the crash.
That's right.
So they're not really caring about you if you're the driver.
That's right.
You're just like, dance, entertain me, clown.
So imagine J. Cole doesn't apologize. And that's why one thing he said in there, he goes, and man, if you want to get your lick back, I got my chin out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, do what you think.
Yeah.
Because he's like, there's nothing Kendrick said. Because Kendrick, we going to get to that in a second. Cole just caught some strays. Yeah. There's nothing Kendrick said, and you can't tell people how to respond, but why would you respond in that manner, Cole?
Yeah.
All Cole had to do was get on there and spit some dope-ass bars. If I was him, I would have got on there and been like, damn. Because it's like Kendrick last album is about therapy and healing. I'd have been like, yo, sound like you ain't been to see your therapist in a while.
Boom, done.
Like, yo, bro, you might need to go talk to your therapist. Like, take that angle.
Yo, that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you was the healed one. Like, I would have took that angle. You sound a little angry on this record. I would have took that route, but kept it like just about rap.
Yeah.
For you to try to spin the narrative that Kendrick fell off, which is a lie, right? That his catalog ain't what it is. That's a lie. That was a whack approach. Very whack approach.
Agreed, it's a whack approach. Why did he put it out then? Because if it doesn't he felt that it didn't sit well with him 2 days after he put it out. I'm pretty sure he recorded that more than a day before the album came out.
But
I think what didn't sit well with that was the reception it got and how people were saying it was a weak track. And that's probably what didn't sit well.
I don't believe that. Like, I've done things, like I'll tell y'all all the time about the time I played the Floyd Mayweather audio.
Yeah.
I didn't have no reason to play that other than I'm hearing 50 Cent and Jimmy Kimmel and Nelly and all the people talk about how Floyd can't read. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. We ain't went viral in a couple of days. Literally, we ain't went viral in a couple of days. Everybody in the studio told me not to play it. I played it. Soon as I played it, soon as that energy went into the universe, it wasn't no backlash. It wasn't nobody outside wanting to fuck me up.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody calling me in the office to tell me I shouldn't have done that. Immediately, my spirit felt fucked up.
So immediately, as soon as he recorded that verse or that song, why didn't his spirit feel bad?
Because he probably had a bunch of external noise around him, his boys in the studio, other people he let hear it. He's like, yeah, man, put that shit out. Throw that shit on the tape, man. Fuck that. Do that shit. Whatever. And then it's out. And now you like, fuck. 2 days go by. You start, and by when y'all say reception, I don't think it was the reception to the record because there's plenty of people who like the bars. I didn't like them, but I think the reception is, man, these motherfuckers really are spending 2 days trying to downplay the greatness of Kendrick Lamar. Let's talk about that for a second too. How these motherfuckers really just dick ride based off whatever their fucking timeline tells them to. How dare y'all all of a sudden start questioning the greatness of Kendrick Lamar because J. Cole lied to y'all. J. Cole lied to y'all and told y'all this album wasn't good and that album wasn't good. And these projects that y'all liked, y'all started questioning. Then 48, this too. J. Cole starts trending. J. Cole 1, Kendrick 0. In less than 48 hours, now you ain't even in the big three no more, J. Cole.
Yep.
J. Cole, you suck. J. Cole, you trash. What does that tell you about the era we live in? Well, fuck everybody, do you.
Well,
fuck these fickle motherfuckers.
Yes, 100%. But I think what it speaks to is it's not that the people are fickle. It's that the people are doing exactly what you're suggesting the artists do. The people just care about what they feel.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And those people that you're talking about are probably Drake stans that want to make Kendrick radioactive, that want to chip away at Kendrick's greatness because Kendrick came at Drake. So when J. Cole said anything, if J. Cole said, hey, Kendrick, you're a poopy face, they would go,
he do got a poopy face. I always thought he looked like the shit emoji.
Exactly. And then they put that out there in the world because it feeds their emotions.
That's right.
But those people aren't J. Cole fans. Those people are Drake fans. And I've realized how the internet works in a lot of ways, which is like, if you are championing, you've experienced this all the time.
That's right.
If you champion an idea of one group without even realizing that group cares about it, they will ride for you and rally. You say one thing that's critical of the Democrats. You could say 10 things that are positive about Democrats. One thing that's critical, Fox News radio host Charlamagne the God comes out in support of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All the different groups. And then when you say one thing that goes against what they say, those same organizations go, this guy, radio host Charlamagne God, is out of his fucking mind. They don't care about you. Yeah. You are there to either support or refute their opinions. Right. And depending on what you do, you are a hero or a villain.
That's right.
And it's really interesting. The internet is so many amazing things. It's given me a career. It's definitely helped you with your career. I love it. It's incredible. But what it has done is emboldened these little echo chambers, and no knowledge, no information, no truth even has to enter the echo chambers.
None. We got here from J. Cole, though. The moral of that story is, I don't have a problem with Trey getting out the car.
No. This is...
Don't let me out.
Okay, so...
What Cole was saying was, Drake, let me out.
I'm out.
Drake, let me out.
Y'all fight this out. I want to be number 3.
Ricky dead. I'm not in this, man. I'm not. I don't got the heart to do this. I don't want to do it. It's not in my spirit to do it. I don't want to have to kill nobody or attempt to kill nobody. Drake, let me out.
And I think most people won't. Most people haven't been in that situation where they're in the conversation for being the top person. And he's probably felt the pressure as he, rose up the ranks in the rap world. And to me, I look at it and I have respect for it because there are certain people that the way that they judge their success will literally be, are they the number one in people's eyes? It seems as if he's well adjusted enough to judge his success by what he is creating and the people that fuck with it.
Yeah.
And he will feel less successful if he goes out of his box to do something for people's approval.
I agree. I don't see the problem with it. I mean, honestly, man, I don't have a problem apologizing if I feel I'm wrong, especially if that shit is bothering my peace. I tell y'all all the time, the best way to not disturb your peace is to not disturb the peace of others. Not to mention, if Cole and Kendrick were actually friends like I believed them to be friends, if I'm Kendrick and I'm hearing this shit, in my mind, I'm like, oh, you fake as shit. Because think about how many times he probably done told Kendrick how much he loved these projects.
Yeah.
I love this, the Pimp a Butterfly shit, yo. Oh, my God. I love your last album. Thank you. You think that Cole wasn't saying that to Kendrick? So if you've been saying this shit to Kendrick and holding me in this high regard, and then I hear you tell me I fell off like The Simpsons and my catalog is whack, I'm like, yo, you fake as shit. So for him to get out there and do what he did and apologize and say, man, I ain't mean none of that shit. I just got caught up listening to all these external, outside voices. I get it. I'm not mad at it in no way, shape, or form.
I just wish he didn't put it out because it's almost like you get fouled hard in basketball and then you slap the guy and then you tell him, yo, chill, let's not fight.
No,
it's
that's not what happened.
It is, though.
No,
like
it's not.
Kendrick fouled him hard.
Nah, Kendrick shot the fucking block up.
Cole came, slapped him, and then he's like, yo, we shouldn't fight. We shouldn't do this.
No, Kendrick
That's what he did.
Kendrick shot the fucking block up looking for Drake. All right? Cole happened to be in the house. Cole got his pistol. Cole threw some shots back.
And then he said, let's not shoot no more.
And then realized, this shit don't feel right. I'm shooting at my partner, and I'm not about to die for this nigga from Canada because he ain't even out here on the front lines with me. That's the conversation people need to be having.